Well guys, Thunderbolts is right around the corner, and in this video we are going to be talking about the characters in the film, specifically going over each character and everything you need to know about them because Marvel Studios did us a solid and released a breakdown. So Thunderbolts is right around the corner, and maybe you need a fresh catch-up on who exactly each character is, what they're all about, or you're just somebody that's looking for, I don't know, maybe your first time seeing some of these characters like Ghost or Taskmaster or even U.S. Agent John Walker because maybe you didn't watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And judging by the view numbers of all the MCU TV shows, less than 20% of the people that saw the last Avengers film tuned into the most viewed show. So, yeah, chances are you don't know who John Walker is. But with that out of the way, let's get into the breakdown of every single character. And hey, while we were talking about John Walker, why not save him for last? Yeah, see, you expected I was going to say first, but no. Swerve, bro. So first up is U.S. Agent John Walker. Double swerve. Some of you never learn. So, U.S. Agent. After losing the title of Captain America, John F. Walker gets a new lease on life when he finds employment with Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. That is until a covert mission turns into something much more sinister. Walker will have to face the sins of his past and team up with his fellow condemned to defeat Valentina and finally earn redemption. Okay, so pretty simple. It gives you everything you need to know. He failed out as Captain America, he had nowhere to go, he's hired by Valentina, and now he's realized, hey, maybe I made a mistake with this one, let's fix this. Oh, also I have a problem with a couple of these people that are on my team. Don't worry, I'll take care of that, it'll all be smooth over. Next up, Yelena Belova. Highly trained assassin, Yelena Belova accepts a mission from her employer, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, in hopes that her work will bring her life a newfound purpose and direction. But when Yelena discovers that Valentina aims to eliminate her, she must team up with an unlikely group of deadly agents to take down Valentina and the immense power she wields. Okay, so this film is it's a redemption arc for Yelena. She's done some terrible things, she's worked with some terrible people, she's been misguided. This is going to put her on the right path, if you will. Also, she discovers that Valentina is trying to get rid of her. Very interesting development there. Speaking of interesting development, Taskmaster. After being freed from the grips of the Red Room, Antonia Dreykov, aka Taskmaster, has found a new life working with Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. When a routine mission goes sideways, Taskmaster will have to use all the skills and weapons in her arsenal to evade Valentina's trap. Notice how little they give her, because she's dead. Bucky Barnes. In a world without the Avengers, Bucky Barnes has discovered a new way to fight for good as Congressman of Brooklyn. When Bucky learns of Valentina Allegra de Fontaine's dangerous plans, he knows he can't wait for the gears of government to stop her. With a new threat on the horizon, Bucky will be forced to jump back into action and will discover what it truly means to be a leader. So wait, are you telling me that Bucky was waiting for the government to do something and he realized that the government's just going to play games, not do anything, and before they intervene it's going to be too late? Wow, almost like Captain America was right in Civil War, that superheroes shouldn't be run by the government. Funny how that works, huh? Well, that just started a civil war in the comments. Next up is Ghost. Man, piss off, Ghost. That was the Korg line. No, I really like Ghost, and the actress. I think she's great. Anyway, with her phasing powers under new control, Outcast Ava Starr, aka Ghost, has found a new life working as a deadly operative for Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. All that changes when Ava finds herself betrayed and left for dead by her employer. In order to survive, she'll have to form a truce with a few fellow rejects and learn what it means to be a part of a team. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory, and now at least we know what happened to her after Quantumania and where she's been. Valentina was like, hey, I hope you control your powers, here's a new suit. Anyways, hope you don't die on this mission. Thumbs up. And then there is Red Guardian. Since the events of Black Widow, Alexei Shostakov has been desperate to get back into action and reclaim his glory days as the Red Guardian. When he learns of Valentina Allegra de Fontaine's plan to kill Yelena, he leaps at the opportunity to save the day. However, it is in his misguided pursuit of adoration that he unexpectedly learns what it really means to be a hero. Okay, so things are sounding pretty good. They're, pretty much, I think, exactly what most people suspected from these characters. Their motivations, the quick little blurb that explains to you what's going on, the basics of who this character is and all that. And I think one thing is very clear. We're going to start the film sort of catching up with a few key characters. Yelena, John Walker. They're going to get called in for a mission. They show up at Avengers Tower. They're locked up. And, well, now they got to fight Sentry. And it's going to get pretty bad for them, right? There's obviously going to be a casualty. It's clearly Taskmaster. I think we all know that. And then once Sentry Void starts wrecking everything, they're going to realize this is the end of everything unless we can learn to work together, put our differences aside, fight for the greater good, aka survival of Earth. And it's looking like, this is going to be a pretty simplistic film in terms of a base level storyline that unfolds, and I'm honestly okay with that. I think that everything we're seeing and hearing here looks great. I think the character motivations are honestly on point. I think that there's enough of a reason to put them all together and then have them fight Sentry, who's obviously, by the end of the film, going to turn, and Valentina's the ultimate bad guy. He's going to clearly join the team, and he's in Avengers Doomsday, despite what insiders were saying like a week before he was announced. So things are looking pretty good. So there it is. That's the basics on every single main cast member. Obviously, Sentry, there's not a whole lot to say about him as we don't know much, but hey, we will after the film, so I guess stay tuned. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.